this. One of the things we like to say at ECU is, once a tiger, always a tiger. So I use this image of a tiger to kind of convey that for our graduates, because it's taken a lot of fierceness and tenacity to get through this very strange semester. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and celebrate each of our graduates, and then I've got a little picture slideshow, and we'll also let each graduate say something if they'd like to. So these are our departmental graduates, and they're in alphabetical order. So we're going to start with Alexis Benitez. So one thing I did is I thought about a word for each of our graduates, and the word I want to say for Alexis Benitez is the word impressive, because when he came to us, he was finding his way. He was a student who had big dreams and was really trying to learn how to reach those dreams, and was able to master any skill, any class, any experience that we put in front of him. And so we love to set really high bar for our students, and Alex is a great example of a student who met the bar every single time. So congratulations, Alex. He'll be heading to law school next year at Oklahoma City University Law School. He also was the Ulrich Fellow. So congratulations, Alex. Would anyone like to add anything about Alex?
Alex took a few of my classes. He was a very good student, always completed assignments on time, very respectful, and always worked really, really hard, went the extra mile. And I'm confident and believe and know that Alex is going to do really, really, really well in life.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that. Alex, I've had many names for Alexis, Alex. I think at one point we called him Omega for a second there. I don't know where that came from, but I liked it, so I stuck with it. But I've truly enjoyed having him in class, and I look so forward to seeing what all he can accomplish, because my gosh, I wish he would have got to ride out his whole time in DC, but what he packed in during those few days he was able to be there is just evidence of what he's capable of. So I want to offer him a huge congratulations. I'm truly going to miss him just waltzing in my door just to talk about life, but I'm excited to where it's about to start leading him even further.
You're making me cry.
Alex, I was just going to ask if you'd like to say anything.
The future governor of Oklahoma.
Thank you. It means a lot. I don't know what else to say.
Just dedicate your book to us, okay? Is that a deal?
I'm on page 87, so we're almost there. We're almost there.
All right. I get a signed first edition.
There you go.
Our next graduate, political science major Bradie Breedlove. And the word that comes to mind for Bradie is the word joyful, because no one could make you laugh more than Bradie when she gets on a tear. So she loves politics. She's been a great leader within several clubs, including Young Democrats. She went with us on our trip to Africa, which is, here she is in Kenya, feeding the giraffes. And her next phase in her life, she's going to start the water master's program in the fall. So she's not going far, and she's definitely given us a lot to smile about. I didn't see Bradie come in, so I guess no comment from Bradie. So we wish you good luck, Bradie. Okay, Carl Lewis. Carl has been a student at ECU for 8 years, I think. And he came in as a social work major. And the word that I have for Carl is dreamer, because he wants to help people in any way that he can. And he has big dreams for himself, our democracy, our civic life. And currently he's actually the editor of the Ada News, and all of the important coverage of the virus pandemic that we're dealing with, like he's responsible for putting a lot of that out. So I have no doubt that he will continue to add to civic life in Ada and wherever life leads him. Carl, did you come in? He's probably putting tomorrow's newspaper together. Okay, Samantha Horton, legal studies graduate. And the word that I have in mind for Samantha is the word calm, because there can be people whizzing all around her and things going on all around her. And she's always there, centered, with a calm, happy smile on her face. And she's like the calm in the middle of the storm. So Jenna, do you have anything you can add for Samantha? I think you had her in a lot more classes than I did.
Oh yeah, I was lucky enough to have Sammy in quite a few classes, and she's been great. I think that's a perfect word for her. She's solid, and I've truly enjoyed having her in class. Very, very smart, no doubt going places, and I know that she's currently working with Eric. They're lucky to have her for sure. And she's brought a sense of calm and order to that office. So I know they're very appreciative of her as well. But yeah, Sammy's awesome, great personality, just a little ray of sunshine. So I'm gonna miss having that come into my office as well. It was always a pleasure just having little morning chats with her before class, and I know she's gonna continue to do great things.
Sammy, did you come in? Okay. Our next graduate is Andrew Kelly, who is a double major with political science and psychology. And the word I have for Andrew is incisive. He's extremely intelligent. He can cut right to the quick of any knotty political, I don't mean, you know what I mean, KNOTTY political problem, and give us a funny way to look at it. So he always uses humor, and he's always analyzing, if not overanalyzing, everything before him. Dr. Nanga, do you have anything to add about Andrew?
Yes, Andrew is a very good student. Andrew took almost 4 of my classes, and I would say that Andrew is a very focused and committed student. He always completed work on time, and he put a lot of effort when he was writing his end of semester research papers and even weekly response report. He's one student who also I know is going to go really, really far in life, and we'll miss him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Andrew, are you here? I'm quite certain he's not. This is not his cup of tea. Okay, our next student is Jackson Langley. The word that comes to mind for Jack is the word loyalty, because I tried to think of a way to encapsulate the idea that he's loyal to his family, he's loyal to his degree, he's loyal to the military, he's loyal to his church. He's just has a very high degree of loyalty. So Jack had a lot of experiences at ECU, including also being an Ulrich Fellow, the president of the College Republicans, and he has joined the Marine Corps and already commissioned as an officer. So he'll be reporting for more officer training as soon as everything gets back on the ground. So any other comments about Jackson Langley?
Just stay safe. We'll miss having you around, but hopefully he'll keep in touch. Jack has great adventures, so hopefully he'll continue to share those stories with us.
Indeed.
So don't go anywhere. Jack, send us an email every once in a while and let us know what you're up to, because it's always something.
Jack, are you on the call? All right.
He went to visit me in DC. That was pretty cool. He's a pretty committed dude.
MiKayla Lott is our next graduate. And I thought a long time about what word I could give MiKayla. And the word that I settled on is enigma, because she makes the hardest thing look easy. So like she'll be juggling all these things and working on all these papers and appear to be doing nothing, but manages to get it all completed and all done, and surprises us all with just amazingly top level work every single time. And she also comes off kind of tough, but when you get to talking to her, you realize very quickly it's a lie. And she has a very kind heart, and especially heart for children, which you would not know in your first blush talking about her. So MiKayla is a legal studies graduate. She will be going to law school at the University of Oklahoma. And I know that she's going to do an amazing job when she gets to law school. So Jenna, what would you like to add?
I'll keep it short and sweet, but I could go on forever. I feel a little bit cheated because MiKayla wouldn't say 2 words for like the first whole year that I knew her. And then when she finally did, I found out she was probably one of the most hilarious people I've ever met in my life. Has the best stories ever, and I'm assuming they're all true, but they just get crazier and better the more that she tells. But you're right. I echo exactly what you said, and that her ability to just get it done never ceased to amaze me. And it was always top notch. It never slacked off towards the end when it gets crazy and busy. And she was just always solid. And I have zero doubt that she's going to just continue to excel in law school. And those kids are going to be lucky to have her as an advocate. I'm gonna miss her, and I better still, at least get a crazy snap every once in a while or something. If not, I'll track her down. We have our way.
We need more stories from what happens at the Sonic.
Yes, don't leave us hanging.
Yeah. All right, MiKayla, I know you've got something to say back.
Not in front of people I don't know. No, y'all made it easy to be good students because y'all were great professors, and I just really enjoyed my 3 years at ECU. I'm going to miss you guys.
Yeah, why'd you have to be so awesome and cut 1 year off? You could have dragged that just a little bit,
My mom said it's because she's poor, so.
You're so smart. We're paying you to go to school by now, I'm pretty sure.
Gina needs to dip her head in and wave at us just for a second. Hey, you did a good job, Mama. But who's running the Sonic?
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
People need their tots. All right. Michelle Mayhue. Okay. So the word I thought of for Michelle is centered. And I say centered because she's legal studies major. She knows what she wants. She's going to do it her own way. You might suggest or ask or inquire about maybe doing it a different way or give her advice on how to handle things. And she's just very centered, and she's going to do it her own way on her own timetable. And nothing can push her off that being so centered. So also a person who seems to me to be sort of the calm within the storm. Our department is very chaotic sometimes, and she definitely brought a measure of centeredness to our people. So Jenna, I know you can jump on there too.
Oh, definitely. Everybody loves Michelle. She kept everybody on track. Heck, whenever I needed to know a due date, I would ask Michelle. She knew what everything was going on, and had it all lined out. So she kept the wheels on everybody's track. So thanks for that. I'm gonna miss that. But I'm also very jealous of Michelle. My gosh, you've got it all right there. So she just needs that piece of paper, and she's got a whole setup waiting on her. So if she wants it, you're one of those that can do whatever you want with it. So it's going to be great. I look forward to her just rocking law school out. it's going to be a walk in the park for her. So it's going to be great. I look forward to watching her inherit this kingdom that that she can have if she wants it. So right around the corner, so close. Just keep on trucking. You're almost there.
Michelle, do you have anything to add?
She's also the only one who could do 30 hours in one semester. That's got to be a record.
Hey, I would like to add something. This is Leslie.
Certainly.
Michelle sat in the front row of my class, which I loved. And she always read and always knew the material. And I didn't have to worry. Inevitably, there's always going to be a kid in your class that never reads. And Michelle was the student that always read. So that's nice. That's really nice. And not only did she read the material, but she understood it and could intelligently discuss it. And that was nice. So I very much enjoyed having Michelle in my class. And I very much enjoy the fact that she is around the corner from my office. So anytime I want to see her, I can just roll on down the block and go see her. So very cool.
Michelle, shouldn't you be doing homework?
She probably is. She's the best at multitasking. She's probably writing a page paper while we're doing this. Yeah, I'm the same as Leslie. Man, I loved in class, I would just spout off some random something. And I was thinking this way Michelle could just take it a complete different way, but it was so genius. Like, she challenged me to think and to see things differently in a very respectful way. So those law professors, they're not going to know what hit them. Go get them, Michelle.
Very true. Not going to say anything, Michelle? All right. Okay. Kelci, legal studies graduate. The word I wrote down for Kelci is passionate, because there's passion everywhere in your life. When you get fired up, I wanted to put down fired up, but it was 2 words. So I went with passionate, because I love to see the passion that you have for the law. I love to see the passion that you have for your family and also for your job with Leslie. I love it that you dug in so good and had such a fantastic experience with that. So that is my word for you, Kelci, is passion. So Jenna?
That's a good one. That's hard to follow up. I guess an example of that would be Kelci's, I think, the only one who's done legal studies completely backwards and started with the capstone course and like ended with intro to law. But rocked it out. I knew, I said, all right, if you're working with Leslie, you can handle a challenge. Because I know she turned you loose on some crazy stuff, and she had already done, you know, interrogatories and motions for summary judgment, all that stuff. She's, oh, I can handle this. I know those words. And by golly, she did. So that was impressive. And that I can only, they're like the dream team. So Leslie, you picked a good one. Thanks for sharing her with us.
Yeah, I have so many words for Kelci. I'm gonna get all sad here. She's so dedicated. She's always the last person to leave the office, and that says a lot. Because I mean, I'm kind of a workaholic, but she's there doing homework. She's there doing work, and it's a sink or swim type office. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not the most patient person in the world. So to put up with me is a big deal. But she's grown so much since I've met her and learned so much. And to truly see how much she loves learning and loves the law is amazing. So she's going to make a great lawyer.
Kelci, any comments?
Sure. First of all, I want to thank all of the legal studies, political science professors for being so supportive and helpful during this really weird semester. And I really want to thank Leslie, because if I hadn't started working with her, I would have never realized how much I love the law, and how I had never felt a passion for something that I wanted to be when I grow up until I saw the kind of person she was. And I just take that in every aspect of my life, and like have her having my back. And I think some of my family is on this call too. And I just want to thank everyone and all of my like classmates, because we all really supported each other. And it was just, I had never had something like that where I just felt so at home in school. And my Ada family, I can see y'all. I love them so much. So I just want to thank everybody and ECU as a whole. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Next, Jeffrey Shafer, who I was surprised to learn was graduating when I got the list and his name was on it. He did not tell me. That's the kind of guy Jeffrey is. My word for him is stoic, because he is just a quiet, get her done kind of guy, and he figures out his goal and he figures out how to meet it, and he doesn't really ask for a lot of help or a lot of guidance. So I think the best time we had with him was on our trip to Washington, D.C. this February. I finally cracked into his personality just a little bit, and he opened up just a little bit. And he's a very funny, very intelligent guy. He presented a paper at the National Research Conference. He trusted me to step out of his comfort zone, which was very hard for him to do. And he did a great job representing ECU. So Jeffrey Shafer plans to go to law school at some point, probably going to take a year off and work and earn some money, save up, and then he'll be back in the school saddle. So Eric, do you want to say anything else about Jeffrey?
Yes, Jeffrey took a few of my classes. I was a bit strict with him and required a lot from him. So I hope that he's going to use some of the skills, writing skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, which he learned from ECU in his life. And Jeffrey, wish you all the best in the future. And we know that if you continue working hard, all is going to be good.
I'd like to say something.
Certainly.
I had Jeffrey in my survey class. It's been several years ago. And I knew he was a varsity athlete, and he's a very capable student, applied himself. And I tell you, it's really hard for athletes, I think. You know, we kind of make fun of them as students, but they work hard. They spend a lot of time, you know, doing their sports, and then to be a good student on top of that, that's an accomplishment. Mm-hmm. So Jeffrey, if you're out there, I remember you, and you did a good job, son.
Jeffrey, are you on the call? Anyway, Jeffrey, we're rooting for you. Naomi Similus, legal studies graduate. And my word for Naomi is inquisitive, because more than anything else, I remember Naomi's questions, always coming in to my office to clarify assignments and clarify what's going on in class and what about this and what about that. And so probably the most inquisitive student I can remember having in a really long time. So Jenna, what would you like to add?
Yeah, inquisitive and funny. We had a good time in my office. She interned with me this last semester and tagged along a couple of times when we went out to Cleat and had some hearings. And by golly, Naomi, if you're out there, I am trying to get you a bulletproof vest. I don't even know if that's legal, so that might be a little catch in it, but she was hilarious. She wanted to do a ride along and train with them, and I was like, I think we're just here to have a hearing, but but she would have rather gone and done some training with the law enforcement students. So that was a disappointment on your internship that you didn't get to strap on a bulletproof vest and go on a high-speed chase. But I don't know, maybe Leslie has a hookup in that area. You could do a ride along with Dylan or something. I don't know.
I got all the hookups.
There you go. That's all she wants is more bulletproof vest. High-speed chase.
Well, I don't think we need to be saying we get any high-speed chases, but
Maybe on their training course. That's what she was talking about.
Oh,
yeah, there's a little training course out there.
Yeah.
Do some fishtails or something, Dukes of Hazzard stuff. But yeah, we had a good time, and she helped me out a lot on the first round draft of ECU's drone policy that President Pearson actually, I think they requested it, so I guess they took a look over it about 2 weeks ago. So I made sure that Naomi got a shout out on that as helping me draft it. So you'll leave a lasting legacy with your drone policy at ECU. But it's been fun, Naomi. You're gonna go in and do great things.
I don't think we need to do that out at Cleat. We can probably do that down Main Street, no problem. Just
That's even better. Even better. You got to fly back from. She's in Florida right now, so you have to fly back for it, Naomi. But it'd be worth it.
She said it'd be worth it.
There you go.
It's amazing the way the same professors have the same perception or vision of a student, because Dr. Papas talks about Naomi being inquisitive, and Jenna made the same observation. So approximately every semester, each class, we always have around 61 lectures. And when Naomi attended my class, she visited my office 61 times, asking questions. So that's very appropriate. Naomi is very inquisitive.
Yes. So Naomi, it's your turn. What do you have to say?
I do want that bulletproof vest, but I just want to thank the legal studies department just for being so great. I mean, I transferred last year as a junior transfer, and y'all just made everything, welcoming and just amazing. But I most definitely want to thank Miss Owens for not giving up on me, because school is not really my thing. But no matter what, she still stuck by my side, so I just want to thank her.
It was a privilege. You did great. I'm proud of you.
Christopher Ward. I have a word for Chris Ward, but I can't say it on here.
Hey, he said it in all of our classes. Why not?
He said it in all of our classes, yes.
What word is that? I missed it. I couldn't hear you very well.
I can't say it. It can't be spoken in this setting.
That's the word.
It's a word that I use all the time.
Yes, I think you're familiar with the word.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yes. So maybe we'll just say he's competitive. I think that's true. I told him when he graduated, he had to come to the ceremony, and he said he wasn't going to do it. And I told him I was going to beat him up if he didn't. And man, he had a lot of threats on me, and I didn't really think he would find me that threatening, but he sure did. So he was sure to tell me how he was going to beat me up instead. So I guess he gets his wish since he got the whole graduation ceremony canceled. We can all blame Chris for this. He and his wife did have a little baby just a few weeks ago. So he's a father again, a little boy named Dublin. So he's getting ready to get that LSAT and hopefully go to law school in the fall. And if not this fall, hopefully very, very soon. So I'm sure everyone has an opinion and words for Chris.
I'll say that he gave the most memorable opening statement for his speech that I've ever heard in 10 years or in a courtroom or anywhere, which is saying a lot. I can't repeat it, but those who were present, I'm sure, remember it. So that's what I'll remember when I think of Chris. What was it? Legal systems application.
Chris, are you on the call? Okay. Ariana. Okay. Ariana Warrior, political science graduate. And the word I'm going to say for Ariana is the word wise, because she didn't talk a lot in class, but when she did, it was some smart stuff that really enriched the whole discussion. So very hard worker, very excellent student, literally could do anything that she put her mind to. So a pleasure to have in class, but she didn't mess around with a lot of frivolous words. It was just the nitty gritty.
Yeah, I think wise is perfect for her. That's exactly right. She didn't have a lot to say, but when she said it, you better listen, because it had some substance and power behind it. Very polite, very pleasant, respectful, smart. I'll miss her.
Eric, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, Ariana, I call him Warrior, took my U.S. government class and also 3 other classes. She's a very good, hardworking student, very committed, quiet in class, but always completed assignment by the deadline. And we wish her well. I don't know whether she's going to law school. Is she going to law school?
I think she changed her mind for now. That had been a plan for a while, but then she decided not to. She wants to stay closer to home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very hardworking student, and wish her well in all that she's going to do after graduation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I have a photo gallery to show. So in the meantime, Leslie Taylor said she had a few words that she wants to share about law school advice for those who are heading to law school. So Leslie, why don't you give your words of wisdom while I get ready to show this slideshow?
Okay, so it's not just for law school, really. It can be for anything. I graduated Southwestern Oklahoma State University with a degree in English in 1997, and I had no idea what I was going to do. I took the LSAT, and I got accepted to law school, but I didn't go. I sat that year out because I couldn't afford to go. I hadn't been offered any scholarships, and I'd never gotten a student loan, didn't know if I wanted to do that. So I decided just to take a year off and work. And I was a good student. I made A's, graduated with honors, and I went and got a job, and I worked for a year. And I listened to everything that Dr. Pappas and all of these other professors have said about each one of you. And every word that she has said about each one of you, every word was different. But all of these words, you take them all and you put them together, every one of these words is still synonymous with a successful future. So if you're going to law school, whether it's now or next year or 2 years from now, or if you choose to do a different career path, I mean, maintaining that level of dedication, maintaining all of that hard work, that passion, that impressiveness, whatever it is, just to keep doing that. So I started law school after sitting out a year. I did get some scholarships. So I was like, oh, okay, I can go to law school now. I got a scholarship. So I went to OCU. I was a night student for 4 years. I did the opposite thing. I also did things backward, like Kelci. I graduated my undergrad in 3 years, and then I took 4 years to go to law school. I was a night student for 4 years, and I worked full time during the day. So I was terrified my first day of law school. Even as a straight A undergrad student, I was terrified. And don't think when you walk in your first day of school that, I mean, everybody there is scared. It's just, you don't show it, right? You walk in like you know what you're doing, you sit down and you start taking notes and you do your thing. And I can remember I got the biggest shock of my life, that you only get one grade a semester. That's a shock. And it's your final exam. Didn't know that was a thing. I'm not sure it still is because I've been out of law school for 18 years and practicing law for 18 years, but I also got my first C in law school. Also a shock, not cool. I almost quit. My mother talked me into not quitting. It's kind of funny now that I look back, but it wasn't so funny back then. So just remember, whatever word Dr. Pappas used to describe you is a word synonymous with success. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's all good. You made it this far and you can continue to go. Thank you.
That was excellent. Thank you, Leslie. We had a commencement address. I didn't plan to have one, but it happened spontaneously.
Well, it wasn't intended to be a commencement address at all. It was just, no one ever talked to me about law school at all. I wandered in there the first day and didn't know anything about it. So I always told myself if I was ever in front of anybody that wanted to go, I would absolutely tell them anything they wanted to know because I never had that opportunity myself. So.
Excellent. Round of applause. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Stuck.
You know, I'm not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything?
No, are you seeing something?
Are other people saying it?
I see absolutely nothing, but I thought it was just me. I'm so
Oh
glad.
no, well shoot. Oh no.
I thought you just couldn't get it to work.
I just opened a different window.
I'm so glad it's not just me.
Hold on.
I just sent you a private message, Dr. Pappas, and I was like, is there supposed to be some kind of slideshow?
Yeah, it was great, guys. So
I see a bunch of pictures all together now.
Now do you see a picture?
Well,
I see like your,
Yeah.
no, I mean, no.
Phooey. Okay, let me try again. So we had a musical interlude there for a while. It opened a It opened a different window. So I need to share my entire screen if I can. Shoot. Well, I'm stopping that share. Okay, can you see a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'll just advance through it like this.
You're missing music, so you need to start singing.
I'm sorry, you don't want that. Music would be good. That's Chris's word.
But it starts with an R.
That is a cute picture.
Isn't that cute?
That's a framer.
This is what happens if you don't respond to my emails.
Did they send you their addresses? Aww.
I had to make some calls.
Look at Hollywood there.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay. We got to the end of that batch, so I think I'll go ahead and record I'll do a slideshow and post it on Facebook so you can see all the pictures I got. Okay, so we're drawing to an end of the senior send-off. So is there anything that anyone would like to say here at the end?
I feel like we need some Billie Eilish theme song for MiKayla.
I mean, I have my vinyl and record player in the living room.
I know. Where were you at on the photo montage?
I'll do better next time.
Come on. Do better.
All right, guys, we are very proud of you, and we're looking forward to next December, and hopefully you'll all come back and we can have a proper photograph and graduation ceremony. So hopefully this is just a little something that kind of buoys your spirits and helps you know how much we appreciate each and every one of you.
Please come back, though. We really do want to celebrate you in December. Please.
So once a tiger, always a tiger. Right? And so that means when we need things from you in the future, you know, all the good things that all of our graduates do for our students, that's you now. Yes. So when we call for Law Day and we call for internships, we're going to be looking for you to help us. That's what your job is now.
Say no more.
Mr. President knows.
Yeah. All right, guys. We love all of you. Take care. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Christine, did you get hold of Mark? Hold of Charlie? I tried to call him. He didn't pick up.
I did.